eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Wednesday evening to everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some more rain as we head through our Thursday. And we definitely need that rain. We're getting a bit of a break from it right now. If we take a live look from downtown Utica, we're even seeing a few peaks of sunshine here and there, but that's definitely a different story than it was a little bit earlier this afternoon when we were dealing with some showers. Temperature right now, 70 degrees. That's right where we should be for September 24th. Winds out of the east at 9 miles an hour, and that dew point is at 64. Certainly much higher than it has been as of recently. Most of us off toward the east, where we're still seeing some showers as well as a lot of clouds, are into the middle and upper 60s, but from Oneida County over toward the west, even portions of Lewis and Chenango County getting up into the lower and middle 70s. And compare that to where we were this time yesterday. A couple of areas are warmer than they were, but many of us are cooler than it was this time yesterday because of, again, all the rain and the clouds that we're dealing with out there right now. And temperatures are going to continue to be above average. In spite of the rain that we'll see tomorrow, we'll get up into the low 70s. That's right above, if not just right about or just a little bit above where we should be at this time of year. We'll get into the mid 70s as we close out the week on Friday and start the weekend on Saturday. And we could get into the upper 70s, if not close to 80 degrees for Sunday and Monday. And then temperatures take a bit of a downturn as we close out September and start the month of October. And certainly something we'll be keeping an eye on is the tropics. We do have now Tropical Storm Umberto, which is a 40-mile-an-hour tropical storm moving to the west-northwest at 15 miles an hour. We also have Hurricane Gabrielle, which is a Category 2 storm moving to the east. And then we have another area of disturbed weather closer toward the Atlantic coast, which still has a high chance of development as we head into the weekend and start of next week. So certainly something that we'll be keeping an eye on. But back here closer to home, we do have a stubborn stalled front to our south, which is making its way to the north as a warm front. An area of low pressure back toward the state of Ohio is associated with it. But it'll move off toward the east. As it does so, it'll take the heaviest rain with it, but we'll keep periods of rain in the forecast as we head through the overnight hours and through your Thursday as well. We do have some areas of showers, not so much in Oneida, Herkimer County, but just toward the east of that, down toward the capital region and the Saratoga area of New York as well. So as we head through the overnight hours, we'll see a lot of clouds, periods of showers. The heaviest rain looks to be toward the south and east, where the track of the low will occur, especially down toward the capital region. You'll see what I mean here in just a second with the storm tracking that way. And we'll see temperatures during the day tomorrow, upper 60s, low 70s, pretty close to where they were today. And again, closer toward the Interstate 88 corridors where you have the best potential of seeing 1.5 to possibly 2 inches of rain. The rest of us being around the inch mark, with temperatures tonight in the upper 50s, lower 60s, highs tomorrow, upper 60s and low 70s. And then once we get beyond tomorrow, we'll dry things out. And that looks to continue as we head into the weekend and right through the end of September. Dorian, back to you.
Thanks, Jordan.
This is brought to you by Nye Automotive Group. Come see why it's gotta be Nye. Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Wednesday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking another round of rain heading our way for tonight and through your Thursday as well. But it is some much needed rain, considering that we're about 5 inches short just since June 20th alone. Let's take a look before we get to that at the stats for the day. 72 and 58 are official high and low respectively. So an above average day, although not anywhere near the records of 90 and 29. I can't imagine what 29 feels like on September 24th. That is well below average for this time of year and even below freezing. Right now, far from that in downtown Utica, 67 degrees. Winds out of the east-northeast at 9 miles an hour, and that dew point is still up there as well. So that means the temperature won't drop much from where it is right now, only in the upper 50s to lower 60s during the overnight hours. And there could be some dense fog, particularly between 1 and 8 a.m., just like there was this morning as well. Right now, across most of our area, we've got temperatures into the lower and middle 60s, and again, not dropping much from where we are right now. And as we go through the next couple of days, I expect temperatures to remain above average, even tomorrow when we've got the clouds and the rain and a little bit of mugginess too. And in fact, once we get into Sunday and Monday especially, there could be temperatures in the middle and upper 70s and into the lower 80s, but then the humidity will start to come down. And by Wednesday, October 1st, temperatures still a little bit below where we should be, but that's October 1st, and it'll start to feel like it actually once we get more into the month of October. So we've got tropical storm, or I should say Hurricane Gabrielle, out to the east of Bermuda, and then we also have tropical storm Humberto, which as of the 5 p.m. advisory, a 40-mile-an-hour tropical storm moving west-northwest at 15 miles an hour. And then closer toward the eastern seaboard, we've got this area of energy, which still has a high chance of development later into the weekend, into next week as well. Back here across our region, we've got a stalled frontal boundary just toward our south that's been kind of pesky, kind of relentless. And the reason why it hasn't been making much progress to the north is because of that high pressure located over Nova Scotia and New Brunswick. So we'll keep rain in the forecast not only through tonight but through tomorrow as well. But as I mentioned, it's much needed, mostly now from the thruway down toward the south, where you're closer to the center of the area of low pressure. And it looks like that's where the heaviest rain is going to occur, not only tonight but through the day tomorrow as well. So even though there may not be much happening for your morning commute, during the lunchtime into the afternoon, that's when the light rain becomes more moderate and even to heavy in some cases, especially closer toward Interstate 88. And that's where we have the best potential of seeing more than an inch of rain, maybe as much as an inch and a half in some locations. Temperatures tonight around 60 degrees, above average for this time of the year. Temperatures tomorrow slightly above average, around 70 in many locations. And then it looks like we'll see temperatures well into the 70s both Friday and Saturday with a lot of sun. And then by the time we head towards Sunday and Monday, we could be approaching 80 in some locations, with mostly sunny skies sticking around into next week, which is good for those sporting events. Speaking of sports, Dorian, I'll send it back to you.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
And a good Wednesday evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jordan Reed, tracking some rain moving through our area right now, and that'll be with us through our Thursday as well. Let's take a live look right now downtown Utica, where it is wet out there right now. People are obviously using their windshield wipers, got the headlights on. You have to have the headlights on, mind you, if you do have your windshield wipers on per state law, even if it is daylight outside. But as far as temperatures across the area right now, 67 degrees. Winds of the east-southeast at 8 miles an hour. That's going to keep the temperatures up. Same for that dew point at 63. That means the temperature won't drop much from where it is right now. And right now we have many areas into the lower and middle 60s. The warm spots are in Oneida County, Camden, Boonville, and downtown Utica, all at 67 degrees, but the rest of the area not far behind that. As far as the northeast is concerned right now, the warmer air is down toward the south on the other side of the stalled frontal boundary. It's also more humid down there from New York City, Philadelphia, down toward D.C., where it's 71, 73, 74 respectively. But you get on the north side of the front and we're at 67, same thing in Hartford. It's 63 up in Boston and 53 up in Bangor, Maine. As far as where our temperatures are going over the next several days, they're going to continue to remain above average, and average for this time of year, even for late September, is 70 degrees. The closest will be tomorrow will be at 71. That's in spite of the clouds and the rain. And we'll get back into the mid-70s Friday and Saturday. And then as we close out the weekend and start the new week on Monday, we could be into the upper 70s and close to 80 before temperatures take a brief downturn as we head through Tuesday and Wednesday. The tropical satellite showing us that we have Hurricane Gabrielle moving to the east. It is now a Category 1 storm. And then as of this afternoon and this evening, we have Tropical Storm Humberto, which is a 45-mile-an-hour tropical storm, moving to the west-northwest at 12 miles an hour. So it's gaining a little bit of steam and strength. And then we have another area of low pressure closer to the coast that has a high chance of development within the next couple of days. An area of low pressure with a stalled frontal boundary down toward our south, as I was just telling you, keeping rain in the forecast here locally. And we've got rain, especially from the thruway down toward the southwest, but it'll expand in coverage as we head through the overnight hours, although I do expect the heaviest rain to occur down toward the southeast, particularly into Otsego County, because you'll be closer toward the center of the low, and that's where there could be some rumbles of thunder as well as some heavier downpours during the overnight hours and through our Thursday as well. That's where we have the highest potential of seeing 1 to 1.5 inches of rain before it all comes to an end Thursday night into Friday morning. Before we get there, lows tonight around 60 degrees, well above average for this time of the year. Tomorrow temperatures a little bit above average for this time of year, upper 60s and lower 70s. Again, that's in spite of the clouds and the rain. Once we get beyond that, we'll start Friday with clouds, but end the day with sunshine. And there are those temperatures making a run at the upper 70s and close to 80 degrees for both Sunday and Monday. And then we're not far from that as we head through Tuesday for the